Okay. Here we are with a new episode of Pints and Pages. I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And on today's episode, we're going to, I think, discuss a couple of different things.
Yeah. Neil the elephant.
I did go on a rant today about that.
He did. So we're going to discuss Skeleton Crew. First two episodes. Brad and I have seen it. Levi has not. So this is our version of explaining it to Levi.
I will catch up. I just have been too involved in our second topic later.
We need to find a show for this ratio because we haven't done this one yet. It's been you two watching and then me and Levi watching.
Yeah.
It hasn't been me and you watching.
Yeah. So we'll have to figure out something else. No, I did start watching something else that I do want to bring up. I did watch the first two episodes of Creature Commandos.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's the first series of James Gunn's new DC universe.
Oh,
okay.
It's a cartoon on HBO Max, and Rick Flag Sr., voiced by Frank Grillo, is leading a non-human. It's Suicide Squad with non-human characters.
You were watching this.
Let me see it.
So.
That's the cover poster.
So it's got the Bride
of Frankenstein and Frank,
G.I. Robot, Nina, Eric Frankenstein. It's Eric Frankenstein, Mr. Phosphorus, and Weasel.
So Weasel's still there?
Weasel's still there. So Sean Gunn voices Weasel, which doesn't really talk. And G.I. Robot.
So is Phosphorus, is he white?
He glows. He glows
it's white phosphorus.
Alan Tudyk.
Rickman?
Alan Tudyk. Voices
is he the
Mr. Phosphorus?
He's the I'm probably mixing up who he is. Let me see a picture of this guy.
Of who?
Alan Tudyk.
It's not Steve the Pirate, is it?
Yes.
Oh, it's Steve the Pirate! Okay. I'm good. Sweet.
Tudyk?
Yeah.
There's no R.
I thought they pronounced it Tudyk, though.
Really?
Tudyk. Maybe it's Tudyk. Okay. I like turd. Turdyk.
I still know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that is true. I just love to always fucking hit him with the fact that he loves to add extra letters.
I do.
It's a hillbilly thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Trust me,
my wife's a hillbilly.
David Harbour.
Yes, you got that one right.
From Stranger Things.
Unless you added like 2 D's.
Jim.
The second one's silent.
Plays Jim Hopper.
Yeah.
He plays
and the Red Guardian.
And the Red Guardian. He is.
Okay, I know him.
Yeah.
He plays. He voices Eric Frankenstein. So.
Oh yeah.
So interestingly enough, I'll go ahead and start with this because I did watch the first two episodes and I'll be quick. So it's HBO Max and it's James Gunn. So, at one point, like, Rick Flag Sr.
Ric Flair.
They are sent to a fake country, because Cersei, an evil Amazonian witch, is trying to take over Polokia or something like that. I don't know. But they
is that a cultural joke?
Well, they go there and
the Polokia.
They have to.
It's all the Polacks there.
They have to rescue the prince, or they have to not rescue, guard the princess. So, funny enough, there's an actual sex scene between Rick Flag Sr. and the princess. And they also cuss because the fish girl gets her and the bride are in this fight and they both land and they shot the helmet, the fish bowl off the fish lady, and the bride goes, because they were not where they were supposed to be. And when they land, the bride looks at her and says, "I'm sorry." And episode 2 ends with the fish girl going, "Fuck you." And then it just goes to credits. And I'm like, okay. But basically, they're going over there. He tells Waller, because Waller is walking him through this thing, and he goes, "I thought they shut down Special Task Force X," and she said they did, but these people aren't human, and they go into this underground thing called the New Human Detention Center, or non-human detention center, and she goes, but they didn't say anything about me using people that weren't human. So she recruits these, and they've got detonation things in their brains, just like the others did, where you can hit a button and it shocks them. But basically, just kind of explains who they all are real fast, and then sends them to this thing. The first 2 episodes were definitely focused on the bride, kind of telling her backstory. It looks like the next 2 episodes are going to be about G.I. Robot, who is a robot that was built to kill Nazis. So that's all he asks through both episodes is like, he just flicks his arm and it turns into a machine gun, and he goes, "Are they Nazis?" Like, that's all it, like.
I love it.
So basically, when he ran out of Nazis, he probably just started killing people.
Right, basically.
Everyone's a Nazi at that point.
Yeah. Basically. So they have to keep telling him, they're not Nazis.
He's the realistic version of what Captain America should have been. He got thought out. We're the Nazis!
Yeah. So they're in the plane to go to this country, and Weasel is like chewing on his seatbelt, and G.I. Robot's like, "What's wrong with him?" And he says, Rick Flag Sr. says, "Well, last time he was in one of these, they threw him out because that was Suicide Squad or whatever." And he says, "Are you sure he's not acting strange?" And then he, because he's a Nazi? And he's like, "No, he's not a Nazi. Put your arm gun away." So, yeah. It's very funny.
I just need that for everything. Are they a Nazi?
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be fun. It looks like it's going to have a decent story. Like I said, it's Suicide Squad and Peacemaker with the release of this, have been confirmed that they were the official beginning of the James Gunn universe, that what happened in both of those shows are canon. They mentioned the Star battle in the show. Oh, yeah. Because Weasel survived it technically because he was on that plane, even though he didn't take part. But yeah. So,
fucking Weasel.
They said the only thing that's not canon is at the end of the Peacemaker show, the scene with him and the Justice League. Because there's a scene where the Justice League shows up and he tells Aquaman to go fuck fish or whatever.
Yeah.
And that is not canon because that Justice League isn't real. So I don't know how they're going to explain it away, or they're just going to ignore it. But the rest of Peacemaker is real. And
we're getting a Peacemaker season 2, right?
Season 2. He's going to do it after Superman's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is James Gunn's forward push into the DC
we'll see
universe.
How he does.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it just because I'm excited to see something out of the DC universe. Besides Batman and Penguin, which I love.
They do very well with they do very well with cartoons, and I don't think that this is going to be any different. You can tell it's definitely got James Gunn's spin on it. A lot of music, for sure. All the action scenes are it's like all music, strong, just like you got in all the Guardians movies and everything else. Suicide Squad 2. So the music is different than what I was used to, but very in tune with what's going on, for sure. So I enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I think they're worth watching. They're only like 25 minutes long. So, and that includes credits and intros. So they're not very long.
I wish some motherfuckers would put the right money and attention into some Green Lantern shit.
Well,
please no.
It's on.
I hate the lanterns.
It's on James Gunn's list. I want
it to be good, and I don't want a cartoon because the cartoons are fucking fantastic.
It's supposed to be a live action.
Yeah, the cartoons of old are fucking great.
Yeah,
if they could give me a maybe if they give me a good Green Lantern, I can enjoy them. But every time I've seen anything with Green Lantern, I fucking hate it.
You just need a serious like
they need to have the Lantern show doesn't need to be lighthearted and fun loving. It needs to be a serious drama.
I need it to be like super fucking serious.
Yeah, and I would like to see like more than just the green core and the yellow one with whatever his name is. I want to see all the fucking.
This is supposed to be
who did
the Lanterns.
Who did Penguin?
The guy that did Batman. What was his name? Matt
Give him the Lantern movie.
But he
let him set the fucking tone.
He executive produced
Craig Zobel.
Oh, did he? Well, he was the director.
Well, that would help. He would have, that's usually a good part of that too.
Producer.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
No, the director would definitely be kind of what you would want to return.
I mean, the producers are
Matt Reeves.
Yeah,
Matt Reeves. That's the guy that is. He was in charge of the Batman, and he was in charge of Penguin, and Tony said this week that he had heard that it's possible that the Batman 2 movie, the Robert Pattinson sequel, is going to be an adaptation of Hush. The Batman storyline Hush.
That's what a lot of people believe. That's what it's going to be.
Which was a fantastic book.
I think I read that.
It's a fantastic book. And then they're talking like the part 3 is going to be The Court of Owls, which was another fantastic Batman book. Both very dark stories. So we'll see what they actually do. But
have you seen the teaser trailer?
That's not real.
I didn't think so.
It's AI.
Yeah, that's not real.
Fucking AI. I bet you one of
I didn't know if there was any kind of.
I bet.
Well,
the Batman.
I didn't think there was any kind of trailer at all. Was there yet?
No.
That's why I was.
They haven't even started it yet. I don't think. But
I thought they started some production.
The only part I don't like is that basically James Gunn, Matt Reeves is got his Batman universe, but James Gunn's gonna have his own Batman in his universe, and I don't care for that. Just give me one Batman at a time, and give me one. I don't like it, but it is what it is. So, next we'll discuss Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
So, I will let Brad. So.
You let me what?
You had some interesting takes on Skeleton Crew.
Yeah. The whole Lost City of Atlantis thing I had made reference earlier to Treasure Planet. I feel like this is a show where they've taken a lot of inspiration from pop culture, movie tropes, maybe. Is that a good way of a full story trope kind of thing? And then you had mentioned the Goonies, and that fits pretty well too. I also was Neil is you ever watched Monster House and Paranorman? Those old random they always had the soft chubby kid who was nice. He's the nice kid that got roped into trouble.
Goonies had Chunk.
Except Chunk was a shit.
Yeah.
Chunk was a fucking shit.
Yeah.
But the good doesn't get in trouble. And
Neil is what is Jimmy Neutron's best friend? Carl.
Yeah. Except less allergies. Yeah. So it's very tropey, but it's we get to see Star Wars stuff we like.
Yeah.
New lights.
Yeah.
We get to see some motherfucker with a high-paying day job, not fucking properly watch his son.
Yeah. No kidding. We get to see analysts They're all analysts.
They have cars that follow a rail like a slot car.
Yeah.
They have fucking
I noticed
slot car
that they were like slot car. Yeah.
And
it was almost like the droids are responsible for driving, but they made it really easy.
Kind of reminded me of Tomorrowland.
I would agree with that. I love that the kids were putting chewed up bubble gum on the back of the droid's head that was driving
the school bus.
The school bus, yeah.
I do not like the design of Neil.
He's bothered by
recognizable from day one species in Star Wars. Like that motherfucker was like there was those guys in A New Hope. I'm glad.
I'm glad we got more of them. But they've gone so back and forth with Max. I'm using Max Rebo as the example with his design and that species design. Because those are supposed to be his legs he's playing with, his feet.
Yes.
But now they've designed it and changed it to be his hands and his arms, and he has like elephant-like feet, and he looks like a fucking elephant, and it pisses me off.
Yes. Because he was originally he was the short little.
Yeah.
Like he was like essentially just sitting atop a table.
Yeah, playing with his fucking feet on that whatever device.
I'm cool with it.
It's not a keyboard. Sure.
Yeah, but I still.
If you look at some of the pictures, it looks almost like a just circular xylophone.
It looks like
I'd rather go back to the original scene where bitch didn't sing for that long. And it was a practical puppet that was just garbage.
Yeah, not a CGI 45-minute
fucking jazz
song.
Solo.
Yeah. Can I have my Wolfman back?
Yeah.
There's a Wolfman in this.
Yes. You got it.
Oh, there is?
Main protagonist. Antagonist, sorry. Main antagonist.
Yeah.
Black wolf dude.
Yeah.
Pirate.
Yeah, he's a pirate.
Leader of a pirate
crew.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's mean sounding.
He is.
He's like...
So, and I obviously haven't watched it yet, but you've seen Rebels and Clone Wars. Do you think we're going to get, what's his fucking name? Or no, wait, I don't think that lines up, because when did you say this takes place?
After Return of the Jedi, when the Republic is back in charge.
Yeah, I don't think,
yes.
Yeah. I think he'd be too old.
I don't believe this planet knows of the rise and fall of the Empire.
I was talking about the pirates.
Really?
I don't believe this planet will know what happened.
What is that fucker's name? Hans
outside,
or something like that?
I feel like they will still be under the assumption of an old fucking leadership in the galaxy.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, because the leaders of their planet have intentionally there's no travel outside of the fucking planet. No one's allowed off the fucking planet. They have this big shield that surrounds the whole planet, which I'm assuming is...
That's what I was talking about.
Hondo Kanata?
Yeah. I don't know why I got Hans.
I'm assuming the shield isn't just simply a shield. I think it's a defense system that probably destroys incoming ships that get anywhere close. Like, this is probably like one of the most impenetrable fucking defenses of all time, and it cloaks them from like...
So how did that starship get in there?
Before all of it. That's a Republic fucking, like, probably way back in the day.
When
the planet was lost, it was probably lost in a conflict, and these kids just uncovered something that was supposed to remain hidden and unseen.
I want to see...
Like a forgotten fucking thing, because that is like... You gotta remember that even if a ship looks Imperial, it's probably just Corellian.
Oh no, this is probably a Corellian ship.
Like just I don't think it's like it could have been owned by someone
the Onyx Cinder
of importance, but I feel like we're about to. They just uncovered a dark history of their planet.
Yeah.
Well, and what I'm trying to figure out at Aden. That's the name of the planet.
Atlanta.
At Aden. Yeah.
ATL, baby.
You can already get the Lego set for it, though.
Yes, I seen that today. I was at the Lego store.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. It was hard to look at it while it was sitting underneath the completely built Jabba's barge.
Oh, that would be
big bastard. Oh, it's so good.
I don't have any
But
big nice Legos.
does
just
it
got those
give any
helmets.
history of it at all? Because
That's what I'm looking up, is like trying to find an isolated planet, which was known by many pirates as the lost planet of eternal treasure, was an ordinary peaceful world surrounded by a greenish-blue atmosphere anomaly called the Barrier. Passage through the Barrier without government authorization was illegal. The planet was considered a legendary and mythical treasure planet to the wider galaxy and a fairy tale by many pirates during the era of the New Republic.
So there's no defined history for the ship of the era. It was used for illicit methods before being stranded. This, combined with the knowledge that it used to belong to pirates thanks to the droid SM-33, means it can be assumed that the Onyx Cinder is a mishmash of different ships.
And I bet you it crashed there.
Yeah.
It crashed to the defense. The one fucking pirate found it.
So...
But then they all killed each other.
You had said something about the currency.
Yeah. So the currency is a type of currency that is worth so much more in the exchange rate than anything local.
Yeah, the official currency on the planet is credit ingots from the Old Republic.
Republic. So that's
credits from the Old Republic.
They're basically made of a metal that's lost to history.
Yeah.
They are. This is supposed to take place in 9 ABY.
But that's what I'm saying. I think this planet has been around since the Old Republic.
Yeah, since
they have stayed hidden this whole entire time. And like anytime pirates come close, they're fucking destroyed. And like that is probably the one fucking time anybody's ever stumbled upon them. Like, you'd absolutely have to be lost. It looks like the fucking ship went through a conflict of people. They found the fucking planet, probably got shot the fuck down, and as they were landing, they either had already half killed each other or were on their way to doing it. Because they're fucking angry pirates.
The creators had an exclusive interview with Screen Rant, where they gave hints about Aden, the new planet, being referenced as having once been the crown jewel of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
So
of the fucking Old Republic.
I wonder if this is going to go into the Old Republic series.
This is probably all the old bloodlines. Everybody was probably pushed off there. And I bet you anything, anytime Force-sensitive people are found, they probably excommunicado.
Yes, because
I bet you a homeboy Jedi probably was fucking born there.
Because they take career assessment tests during the show.
Yeah.
All right, Fallout.
So they take these career assessment tests where they're going to be like analysts, or they're going to do this, or they're going to do that, but nobody can be there are no heroes. There are no Jedis. There are no all the teachers are droids. And the drivers are droids. The security is droids.
And Neil purposely brought that up. Like, I can't believe you basically said you want to be a Jedi. Implying they both know how bad that is to do out loud.
You cannot say out loud that you want to be a Jedi. You know, it was one of those type things. So it was. I think I
wonder if their society probably saw the corruption of the Jedi and the Sith and all of that in the influence of their government.
That's
and we're like, we're done. We're going to delete ourselves from the star maps. We're going to slowly make sure everyone forgets about us.
Yeah, I wish we would have saw more aristocrats in that first. Not that we won't, I guess, moving forward.
Well, the one main girl, her mother way up there.
Yeah, her mother's
like a senator.
Yeah, like senator, like councilman or something like that.
Yeah, some political fucking face.
I need to watch it.
I think it's going to be good. You can tell there's going to be stuff to keep kids' eyes busy, but also that there's going to be a thicker plot line that's like for the parents watching.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for the old school Star Wars people to
and
keep
for all
interest.
of us fucking nerds that are watching it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think people should rush to fucking being negative about it though, because it's another world building kind of.
Are people being negative about it already?
I don't know. I'm steering clear off the internet on this one.
Yeah,
I'm just like I want to just watch it.
See, and I also am glad that we are getting more world building out of Star Wars, because it's been too much of we're on these same planets or similar planets. We're gonna be on a snow planet. We're gonna be on a fucking forest planet, a desert planet, sometimes a rainy planet. You're one Mustafar lava planet, and that's about it.
Yeah. Now this is technically a forest planet, but it's a brand new planet, and then the whole barrier thing is brand new.
I was gonna say, even though it's I'm not.
But the ties to the Old Republic make it very interesting on how it'll move forward. Because even though it's tied to the Old Republic, which predates fucking Phantom Menace, it
predates everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
First. That's the start.
Yeah, it predates everything. But
wasn't shit Acolyte at the end of the Old Republic, or was it High Republic?
The end of the High
Republic. So
the High Republic's what goes into Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
So if this is all that beginning, and to see how civilized that society is real interesting, because it just seems like through the 9 movies, with the exception of a Coruscant in 1, 2, and 3. The rest of the movies are just kind of like mass chaos. You know what I mean? But this is this planet is structured like a society that I don't think we've really maybe formally seen in Star Wars.
These are
regular people.
They're fucking strategic.
Yeah.
They're dangerous as fucking. We don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Something's gonna be super. You don't fucking farm happy people with good motives. That's not what governments do. We live in the real world. We know. When you find a fucking whole planet where everybody's like, well, I don't know how to fucking...
Yeah.
You know?
Where it's all about...
The bodies are buried somewhere.
It's all about doing analyzing. And all about doing, And it's just, he even goes, so the kids obviously wander off into the woods, and that's where they find this starship.
What if we find out it's a fucking old Mandalorian kingpin who's just got Old Republic treasures, and he's like, here you go.
Yeah.
He's just like the richest fucking gnarliest space pirate of all fucking time ever.
And I know I need to watch it,
king.
But how do these kids just stumble across, and then seeing pictures of it? This thing is fucking huge. How is this just stumbled upon? How's it hidden in the first place?
He was trying to take a shortcut to school, and when he did, he's off in a tree forested fucking path, and he goes over the edge of this thing, and when he does, he basically falls on the only exposed piece of metal you can see, and he figures it out, and he uncovers it a little bit.
So it's buried.
He sees it's the hatch, okay? It's not just buried. Like, this bitch has been grown over by fucking years, a long time, and then also it's upside down. Because the hatch they're poking out, they go into it like this, but it's actually the hatch.
Yeah, because when
it's on the underside of
because when it comes up, it flips.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's crash landed upside down. They can't even tell they're in a ship when they're walking through it, because they're walking through and the fucking captain seats are on the ceiling. And it's like it was kind of disorienting.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm like, what in the fuck? And then he walks into the cockpit, and I'm like, oh, I get it now. It's fucking upside down.
It was. And the 2 girls. So there's 2 boys and there's 2 girls.
Yeah.
And the 2 girls are one's the daughter of a senator or councilwoman. Yeah. The other one's a tinkerer.
Yeah.
So she keeps she's the one that finds the junction box to plug in, that opens the door, and then she finds something and triggers something, and that's what sets it off when it comes out.
She's like someone from Kamigawa. She's a little Asian white haired girl with fucking techno gadgets all over her face.
Yeah. So
Very cyberpunk.
Yeah, very cyberpunk. So that's kind of how they uncovered the whole thing. But when the dad,
better mopeds, they got better mopeds. Mopeds are fucking
the
dope
mopeds
now.
are the mopeds
Serious
are like hover peds.
No Vespas.
No,
these are Ruckuses.
Yeah,
These are Ruckuses.
Yeah, they ride Ruckuses now.
The dad is going through this forest, and then droids catch him and tell him that it's a restricted area. Like, so the area that they're
go
in
outside of the town.
Well, and
correct.
And the droids look like something that would have came out of like the Portal games. Like they're just like a weird, like red-eyed camera cyclops, like super streamlined, all white, very stormtrooper reminiscent of a fucking droid.
Really?
Yeah. Like not in the shape, but like it gives you that vibe. Like, oh, this is a clean white thing. That's not good. Like, you know, most shows it's going to be the big bright.
What was the planet's name?
Aden.
Atlanta.
Attin. Attin.
A town down.
It's AT space.
Oh, AT space.
ATTIN. Yeah, there it is.
Some spell it Hot Atlanta.
God damn it. I'm just trying to find the fucking droid.
Is that anything like Hotline Bling?
Drake's not here.
Well, yeah, there's no miners here. I don't have pictures of these things. Oh, there. Like that?
Yes.
Fucker?
Yes. Yeah.
It's literally a security camera.
Yeah.
It's a fucking security camera. They took the design of a security camera and was like, let's make it bigger and
put a
it
body on it. Yeah. So,
and then the fucking ship flies out, and it's like, yeah, what about that? But, you know, like, I didn't see this dad react to the robots in like a way that's like, yeah, motherfuckers, like, open your eye.
Yeah, it was
your eye.
So I'm interested. I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm excited to see what they do with it, especially if they're tying in the Old Republic. I think that'll be fun. That is like tying like all of this together while skipping all of this.
I better hear a motherfucking space shanty.
They
better sing me some fucking pirate shanties.
I saw a TikTok today of Legos, Star Wars Legos. It was Anakin and Obi-Wan. And there was a Mandalorian down on the ground, and Anakin says, Obi-Wan, why do you like Mandalorians so much? And he goes, are you kidding me? They're fantastic. And they have these jetpacks. And Anakin goes, don't do it. And he goes, and if you put on a jetpack, you know where you go? The higher ground, Anakin. That's where you go.
Oh, God.
I was like, oh my God, that was fantastic.
It was funny. You felt the need to explain that meme to us.
It made me laugh. It made me laugh. So anyway, anything else about Skeleton Crew? We chopped it up, but we gave you the gist of what was going on. I know you're gonna watch it. That's why I don't want to tell it to you beat per beat, but it's we gave you the gist of the whole thing. It's fun. It's definitely fun. I enjoyed it. I was kind of like through some of it. I was just like, I hope they don't go too kiddish with this.
Yeah, right.
But I think they kind of mixed it up, and I won't hold judgment until it's done.
Right.
So and see where they go with it.
You won't hold judgment until it's done. So you're gonna judge it now.
I won't judge it now. I won't judge it until it's done. How about that? I'll hold for my critique until the end. But yeah, so anyway, the other exciting news coming out of the pop culture world this week is Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
It has been my obsession the last 2 days.
I have not played it yet. My PS5 will be here tomorrow, hopefully.
But you'll be using mine.
But I'll be using yours.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I haven't played it yet. The only thing I did do was watch like a 3-hour stream of Tim the Tapman play it. And him and his group seem to be having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've watched a bunch of tutorials on it, like what they were doing.
It's a ton of fun. I'll tell you now, I said to Dad the other day, I can't wait for us all to play because I could hear it while playing the game. Dad just screaming, going, "What the fuck? What is going on right now?" Because there's so many times where just so many abilities are happening that you're like, what did I die from? What knocked me up? Why couldn't I move? Why am I asleep right now?
Yeah.
It's fun. It is
so I do have questions because you've played it. You've played it too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you get as many lives as you want?
Yes. So it is, the easy way to explain it is an objective-based game. You are not going for kills. You're not...
you need to keep people off of the shit.
To keep people off the
objective. You gotta fucking sit there and continually shoot and kill people.
Yeah, you're trying to kill people, but the idea is to play for the objective. It's not like a team deathmatch or a battle royale like Fortnite where your sole purpose is killing people.
Yeah, kill people around the fucking cart.
Yeah.
Kill people at the capture points. I don't necessarily need to go anywhere else to kill people.
Yeah, you don't need to be running...
right next to them objectives, basically.
Okay.
The two big objectives are capture the point, so it'll be like King of the Hill. Both teams are trying to capture it. Once you capture it, a bar will fill, and then you gotta get your team's percentage to 100%. You win that round.
Okay.
Win 2 out of the 3 rounds, you win.
Okay.
The other one is payload. So there will be a cart that one team is defending, and the other team has to stand near it to get it to move.
Or a giant blob of symbiote.
Yeah, or a giant blob of symbiote.
Which is null.
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta
but either way, you got to stand next to that, and the other team's trying to keep you off of it.
Penny Parker's Arachno Crawler and another one.
Tokyo 2099.
I saw that.
And the defending team can stand next to it also, and that will stop the movement. It contests it.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah. That's my favorite one. I like playing that one.
I love Payload. Payload is fun.
Yeah, we were talking about Team Fortress 2. That was a big mode on that one back
Yeah, that's the other thing is a lot of these modes are based off... Like, this kind of genre is based in TF2. TF2 is the big one that started this.
Fucking the class-based fucking thing.
Yeah.
The difference being is you can't have multiple of the same hero on your team.
Right.
Which is okay.
Now, if they do what...
It would be a little stupid and broken if you had fucking all Wolverines and you're just like at the capture point, next thing you know, like... and it's like... What? So...
They'll probably... if they do it kind of like Overwatch has, which everyone's compared them to stealing or copying or whatever the fuck, there will be like arcade game modes. I don't know if you've tried Conquest, but there'll be other arcade modes where they'll let you play multiples.
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch used to have a mode where it was, I can't remember what they called it, but your team would vote on a character, and then your entire
League did that.
League did that too. But your entire team is now that character.
Mm.
So you could have a fucking Spider-Man versus a Venom, and you're gonna get your ass beat.
Did you mention if you picked all Groot, you guys would just be playing Fortnite?
Yeah. You're just building walls.
Big wooden walls, and you'd just be playing fucking Fortnite.
Dad would be back at home.
It's like, I can't even go anywhere.
I will say, at least in competitive mode, and I know I messaged about it in the group chat, they need to add where you, kind of like League, where you queue as a role. Because I was playing competitive when you walked in. It's just free for all. Like, if you don't have a team that wants to make a good comp, you're just fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the part that sucks currently.
Because it's a new game, everyone just wants to be a DPS and, deal high damage and kill people. They don't give a fuck about the game.
The thing is I think they'll need a few years of competitive scene stuff so they can flesh out the optimized ratio. Like, how many DPS do you have? How many tanks do you have?
And that's the thing. It's always going to be...
Team comp.
There's always going to be... If they leave it the way it is, you're going to see in competitive especially a lot of different 2-2-2 or 3 tanks, 1 DPS, 2 healers. 2 DPS, 1 healer, 3 tanks. Shit like that.
See, I think
if they do it like Overwatch did, it'll get locked into a 2-2-2 system most likely.
Well, that's not bad because it's just fair and well rounded,
right?
But I could definitely see other ratios working to advantage. Like certain tanks, if you had 3 healers and like we were saying, certain DPSs, they basically become tanks.
Me and my buddy were playing. It was either last night or the night before, and we had a game where it was just 3 DPS, 3 healers. Surprisingly, no Wolverine, but we just ran ape shit on all of them. Because as long as your healers stay alive, you don't need a tank.
Yeah.
So now when you and a buddy play, is it 4 randos with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It's 4 randos that I'm screaming at. Not screaming at in mean ways. I mean screaming at like, let's go boys, like, let's get to the objective, because I do a lot of that in this game.
Oh, okay.
In games like this I'll go over here, or hey, or Moon Knight's behind me, this person's behind me, because there's a lot of characters that will try to get behind to your healers in the back to kill them.
I just love, like, when I use Loki's ult, I changed all my keybinds too, because that fucking basic keybind was like dog shit for me to play. But I switched like where the ultimate is to R, like League, because it just made more sense to me naturally. But when you use his, you copy other people. And like it's so much fun to just copy the tanks and run the fuck in and like get like just fucking sit there and soak damage, and then I'm like
I was
sneak
playing
out,
like
go in his
Hulk match. Dude, 2 Hulks go hard.
Yeah, and then like it's fucking even more hilarious when like there's a mirror matchup, so one team has a Hulk, another team has a Hulk, and then I'm like, I'm the Hulk. And it's like, so now there's fucking 3 of us all beating the shit out of each other in the middle.
So far, I've only played like 3 or 4 competitive games, but like Loki, Thor, Penny Parker, and Jeff seem to be like staples. I always see them in my games.
If like we had the Hela, Thor, and Loki combo, it's pretty good.
Oh, it is.
Like that team up's pretty fucking solid, but that's
so
a 3-person team up.
So I enjoy Thor.
Well, do the team ups work up where you only need one or the other, and you can alternate out, or do you need all fucking 3?
No, you don't need all 3. So like,
okay,
with that one, you specifically need Hela. And then you can have either Thor or Loki. And then typically there's one person that is the like cornerstone that you need to have the other abilities activated.
Yeah, okay.
There's some that are just duos, like Moon Knight and Cloak and Dagger just need each other. Well, they only have each other.
Right. Wolverine and the Hulk that's a good one, but I haven't gotten anybody to trigger that yet.
I've seen a couple people do it.
Sitting here like roaming around the Hulk, like, hey buddy, like hey,
I had one match.
Push your button. It's like fucking throw me, dude. Like, hey,
and then you got like what, Rocket and Groot
and Jeff.
And Jeff.
Yeah, because Jeff and Rocket can ride Groot.
Oh, okay.
All right. Only one at a time though.
Isn't it like Jeff? Where's Jeff from?
Jeff is his own thing.
Like, I didn't know if he had, because I didn't read Alex's comic.
He's just his own comic run series that he interacts with other people in those comic books. I don't think I know of him, and I'm probably wrong. Someone can tell me I'm wrong. But I don't know if he's cameoed in other books. I think people just come into his book series.
I get you.
And it's one of those cute little kids / just girls or tard muffins like me love to read it.
I haven't played him yet.
He's fun, and he can deal some damage, too.
Yeah.
Because his little bubbles that he shoots, if you hit criticals, it does, like, you can 2-shot a DPS.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I, across the map, 2-shotted a Hawkeye. I out-sniped the Hawkeye.
So what is the story behind Jeff the Land Shark? Jeff is one of many land sharks who were created and experimented upon by MODOK. To attack Santa Monica, but when the WCA save the day, their member Gwenpool sees Jeff abandoned and looking ever so sweet. She adopts him despite her team's reservations. So his owner is Gwenpool. So,
which fun fact about Gwenpool? Nope, lost it. It was there and it went. it's like one of those like
Because Gwenpool has the most pets, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
She's got Pigpool and somebody else.
Well, she goes between all of the comic
She
books.
collects the animal variants.
Yeah,
Well, because she is a human.
Jeff was the original pet of Gwenpool, but has since had other caretakers such as Deadpool, Elsa Bloodstone, and Kate Bishop.
I did not know Kate Bishop.
So yeah.
See, his comic
Kate
book...
Bishop likes animals too.
Yeah. See, his comic book were just like stories of him and his adventures.
Because this is Jeff, and I love him, and he's coming home with us. So yeah, so that's Jeff.
Apparently, Ultron's been leaked for Marvel Rivals. I don't know if he was in the
That would be cool.
original listing of upcoming characters, but apparently people data mined and found him in the game.
There's no other villains.
Magneto.
Magneto, Venom, if you really...
That's
Venom,
like calling the Scarlet Witch a villain.
yeah.
The motherfucker rules some shit here and there. Like, he's the leader of the
Loki.
X-Men. Loki, same thing. Motherfucker's holding shit together right now. There's good Lokis.
Well,
I don't necessarily... I can't so much...
Hela.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can agree with that. She was a bitch. She's a bitch.
She was a bitch.
I'm trying to think who else I saw in the videos that I watched.
I mean, Adam Warlock in some areas.
Adam Warlock.
Not really.
Yeah, definitely not in the movie. No, not really in Guardians 3.
He was a fucking...
He was a putz.
Yeah.
He was a putz.
Squirrel.
Squirrel Girl.
Oh, yeah.
I saw where
not
she's
a
in
villain.
it. She's not a villain.
She is when she's on your fucking team, because it's like, oh, we're going to lose.
Do we count the Punisher as a villain? Apparently the upcoming ones are Emma Frost, Jean Grey / Phoenix, Blade, Ultron, Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and The Thing.
Now, Emma Frost is a villain. And Ultron would be a villain.
Yeah. The Phoenix kind of was a villain.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah.
I imagine we're getting the Fantastics when the Fantastic Four drops.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Because that was the last four.
Probably.
Oh, it's
Probably.
going to be Zaddy fucking Mr. Fantastic.
Pedro.
Yeah.
I bet you that'll be kind of like they did Scarlet
Zaddy skin.
Scarlet
It'll
Witch.
be a normal, regular white dude for his base skin.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like the movie title, and it'll look like Pedro Pascal.
That's what they did with Scarlet Witch, because she has a multiverse of madness.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Loki's got the Loki season skin.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
I am a
That'll
little
be the next
salty.
one I probably get.
I get it, but it does irritate me that Moon Knight's skin that he got was just Mr. Knight.
I wish he would have
No,
had.
I was
he
like,
would have
come
had another
on.
one.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. I get he has the multiple personalities, but really? All it is he takes the... Technically, they didn't do it right because he still has a fucking cape on. Mr. Knight typically doesn't have the cape. He's just in a suit tie with a cane.
Yeah. See, some of them are released with like 4 skins, and some of them they got 2. And he is one that should have had like 3 or 4 right out the gate.
Yeah.
And it would not have been hard to give him like a super gilded out, like fucking gold, like Pharaoh more inspired look.
Yeah.
And then give him Mr. Knight, and then give him a more, I don't know, maybe bloodier version or an old school version. You know?
They could do a bloodstained one, because I mean, there's several, like his run where he goes through and cuts the faces off of all of the Avengers.
Yeah, and
He
like,
is soaked in blood in that series.
Something that looks perfectly like Moon Knight, something looks evil, Mr. Knight, and then fucking give us.
Yeah.
But
I'm hoping we will get more.
Yeah.
I can already imagine he's going to be one of those characters that they just don't fucking provide skin for, because
I feel like
he doesn't really have that much. Like, I get he doesn't have that much alternative.
I feel like Storm's gonna be the Lux though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Storm's gonna be the fucking gets all the skins bitch. I bet you. And be like one fucking hero that gets like 10, and I'm like, Wolverine ain't got brown suit yet. What are you doing?
You're going to be obsessed with that.
You don't
brown
even have
suit.
a suit, do you?
Yeah, well, the
Yellow,
initial ones
blue
is
one.
Jacket, but then they have the Wolverine versus Deadpool themed one.
Oh, do
which
they?
implies that Deadpool will be coming because they give you a spray that's half of the fucking Deadpool necklace. Wolverine necklace. So, like,
yeah,
he's got to be coming.
I'm surprised he didn't release in it.
To be honest, yeah, since they have the skin, but maybe they didn't want to rush too much out and give themselves a better timeline.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I could see that. Or they'll wait till another Deadpool release or team up.
Like a special week or something.
I don't know. I'm curious, though. I'm excited for all of us to play. I'll be streaming it. I'll be streaming a lot coming up, so follow my Twitch in the description.
Yeah. Yeah. So, during the, back to Jeff, during the Venom War, did you read Venom War, Jeff?
I have not read Venom War.
So, during the Venom War storyline, Jeff was briefly bonded to a symbiote.
I do know that happens.
They found a way to work together and got food from the stands at Coney Island when the zombiotes attacked. Jeff assisted Hawkeye, Gwenpool, American Chavez, and Fuse in fighting the zombiotes. Once they were defeated, Jeff and the symbiote separated. Then everyone celebrated by eating churros.
The Venom War has gotten a little dumb because it would have been
Sounds a little.
It would have been one thing if they're like,
fun.
okay, Venom symbiote kind of duplicated and he's on multiple people, and then they were like, all right, now there's also going to be a symbiote that turns people into fucking zombies. The zombieite.
Meanwhile,
zombiotes.
while all this happens, is the Venom that's attached to Eddie Brock still attached to him? Like,
I believe so.
and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Eddie. This is
I,
out of my hands," kind of shit. Like,
yeah,
it's just
I need to read it.
sorry.
I've only read like one issue because
Symbiote's bud.
I read one issue because they all like started to come out, and I was like, I'll just get them all and then power read them.
They they flooded them fast.
And I'm still missing some of them.
Yeah, they flooded fast.
Yeah, I wanted to try to grab some because, like, shit looks fucking
Dude,
great.
Death of the Venomverse was fantastic.
Yeah, but I always fucking pick the weird shit and then forget, buy a bunch of magic.
My issue is half the time Dad forgets what I'm reading, and I'm bad about if he doesn't pull it, I don't go look.
I'm a more visually based person. As long as the cover's pretty, fuck it. It's got Wolverine on it, I'll buy it.
I have a couple Moon Knights that are like that, where it's like, yeah, Moon Knight. I think I have like 3 copies of one, not even Moon Knight fucking comic that has just Moon Knight on them.
No.
I know I have a Wolverine that has Moon Knight on it for some fucking reason.
Yeah, no, because they did that whole, they put Moon Knight on a bunch of covers one month. So, so you wanted the cool covers.
Yeah, because they did that with Deadpool, too.
Yeah.
And I got Deadpool Spider-Man because it was like, it's the great joke of all time. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, they, this next week, there's a Wolverine one, but it's not, it's, Laura Kenny's Wolverine. So.
I enjoyed when they gave everybody...
It's the girl, it's X-23.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed when they gave everybody Spider-Man suits, too.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's like one of my favorite covers of all time is the Wolverine one, because I'm like, I kind of want to cosplay as that fucking...
Yeah, that was cool.
Nobody would fucking know what it is, most likely.
Yeah, that was cool when they did all that, for sure.
I just need Scotty Young to make more covers.
He is right now...
Wolverine cosplay would be fun.
He's doing all the many deaths of Spider-Man. Many deaths of Spider-Man. If you've noticed, you've gotten like 8 Spider-Mans in a row because it's just different weird ways.
I have
there's one where there's a newspaper.
He did 51, 52, 61, 62.
Okay.
I believe. At least those are the ones you got for me.
I hope they give a variant Loki skin in Marvel Rivals. Like where he's just in like the variant jacket.
Oh, it should. Yeah, I would think that they would.
Or like super retro fucking Like they need just some plain ass spandex looking shit. Like just the
No.
real classic outfits.
Yeah. Psylocke kind of has one. She has her just one piece.
Spider-Man arguably.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You can. He has
can't
other
make
suits.
him look too different.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Even that weird Japanese Spider-Man way back in a long time ago. Did you guys
Oh,
ever
yeah.
see
Yeah.
where they rode motorcycles and cars and shit?
Yeah.
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 For some fucking reason.
I mean, he was fighting crime in a place with no buildings. He couldn't do
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Shit, what time are we at?
I think we're a little under an hour, 55 minutes.
55 minutes.
I think we can call it there.
I think
Yeah.
I think
We got much
done.
else. We're ready to play anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Dad's ready to finish his download.
Yeah, I'll finish my download and we'll get to play Marvel Rivals. So
Levi's got to go to Wally World.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. So
Try to not buy a fucking
Hold on.
second
Wait.
monitor.
Do you know why people call it Wally World?
I do not.
I don't.
That's a reference to the Griswolds.
I was
Yeah.
wondering, but I
Yeah,
didn't.
it's always a reference to let's go to Wally World because that was the theme park.
That was the
wanted to
theme
do.
park where John Candy was a security guard.
Yeah,
I knew that. I just didn't know that that was the correlation.
Was the correlation.
Okay.
I call it Wally World.
Yeah.
because of that.
Interesting.
That's where he holds John Candy.
At least that's
hostage
the
and
reason
basically-
why my family called it that. Because they watch them fucking movies all the goddamn time, and every adult in my family calls it Wally World.
Yeah.
I love those little cultural things.
Yeah. Wally World.
Pop culture.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, we've wrapped up. So we've given you our opinions on Skeleton Crew, a little bit of Creative
Yeah.
Commandos.
It's
and
not
Marvel.
gay if you're scared.
It's not. There's no
It's not-
lesbians.
it's not gay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But anyway, this has been our episode of Pints and Pages. I'm Nick,
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
and we are going to see you next time.